Hi, and thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to reveal my real money trading challenge. Can I earn a profit in this wild market? So my name is Tyler Stokes from StokesTrades.com. I am on a journey to become a full-time day trader. And in this video, I want to explain that I'm ready to trade with real money and I'm planning to document every step of this trading challenge. So if you're new here, below this video, you can download my 6-month blueprint, and that has outlined every step that I took in my first 6 months. And also you can find a link to our Skool group if you're not in that group, because that is where I'm going to share updates of this particular challenge. So let's get into it and explain how this is going to work. But firstly, just a quick warning, this is not financial advice. So let's be clear, I'm a beginner trader sharing my journey. I'm not a financial advisor. So this challenge is me testing my strategy with real money, but it's not a recommendation for you to copy any of my trades. So I'm not telling anyone to jump in and trade alongside me. What I do might work for me or might not, but your situation is different. So do your own research, make your own calls. This is about transparency, and it's really about me staying disciplined to my strategy, and hopefully some learning can be done from people who are watching this and sort of following along with this strategy. So here is the plan. So starting today, April 7th, I am putting real money on the line, and I'm going to be trading using the market symmetry strategy that I've been studying from the trader, the Great Matsby. So I've talked a lot about that before on this channel, in our podcasts and in our Skool group, as you can find more information about that. Next week on the podcast, I'm going to have a video that talks more about a momentum style of trading. And that's sort of what I'm going to be using. It sort of ties in with this market symmetry strategy. So that's going to explain a little bit more about momentum trading or what it entails. And that's sort of what I'm using for this challenge. So every trade I make, the entries, the exits, the wins and losses, I'm going to post in that Skool group. So again, consider joining for free if you're not in there right now. So I'm going to explain why I got in, what the charts told me, and how it played out. It's going to be 100% transparency with this journey, so you can see the good trades and potentially the bad ones as well. So now this isn't live in the sense that I'm not going to be live streaming anything, but I will do my best to keep the updates coming. So you can kind of think of it like a trading diary. I'm going to record some of my setups, or at least share written explanations of my setups, my trades, my exits, and the whole process for all the trades that I am doing. Now, keep in mind, this isn't day trading. I won't be trading daily or even weekly. Sometimes I've mentioned that a few times, that unfortunately with my schedule, I'm just not able to trade the market every day and be down watching the market every day. So that is why this momentum style of trading has suited me better over the last several months, and why I'm ready to put it to the test with some real money. Now, there is sort of a fun twist here. The question is, can I beat Tesla? So I'm sort of setting a loose challenge for myself. Can I trade and become more profitable than just holding Tesla stock until the end of the year? So full disclosure, I actually sold some Tesla stock earlier to raise some cash. And then now I thought is a good time to potentially use that cash for this trading strategy. So again, personally, I am very bullish on Tesla. It's my largest position. So I didn't sell a lot, but I trimmed some to raise cash. It kind of turned out to be a good move considering the market right now. But then I thought maybe I can use that for this trading strategy and that challenge, and that is what it is. So it's kind of not a random benchmark. We can kind of ask ourselves a question: did I make a mistake selling those shares, or can I beat Tesla's performance by trading my momentum strategy until the end of the year? So that's what we will find out. I don't think I can. I think Tesla's going to do really well leading up to the end of this year. That's not financial advice. That is just my opinion. In this challenge, I can certainly buy more Tesla stock. If I were to buy some now, I'd be making money based on where I sold it at. So it's not going to be a total loss situation if Tesla does really well by the end of the year. Again, I still hold, it's my largest position, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, why might now be the perfect time to have raised that cash and put it back in the market? Well, timing is really important with trading, and now April 2025 might be a sweet spot to kick off this challenge and put some money back in the market. Considering where we're at, the market has been down. There's been wild volatility. There's that tariff announcements. Everyone is on edge, and there's many other things in the mix as well. The point is that prices are much lower than they were many months ago, there's a lot of fear out there, but for an investor or a momentum trader with cash on the sidelines, that is not always a bad thing. This can potentially be an opportunity. When the market gets nervous, good stuff like good growth stocks and crypto related stuff sometimes can drop to points where the buyers are eventually going to step in. So everything drops, but it does have a destination. It's not going to drop forever. So my plan is to buy there when prices are cheaper, when the market structure is still bullish, buy at support and look to take profits later, or maybe just hold some position. So again, right now, prices are down. I might be able to get some securities, get some stocks at good deals at support levels. And I have conviction that we are going to eventually bounce out of this. Hard to say when. If anyone tells you they know exactly when, they don't. But I don't think we're going to drop forever. I think eventually we're going to find a bottom and rise up out of there. And history has told us that that can be a great opportunity for accumulating shares and building wealth. So I think the timing is working well, and I'm happy to potentially start trading now. That being said, I am going to be very conservative because this week coming up, we could get a lot more volatility. So I'm going to be safe, but hopefully I can buy and trade and earn money till the end of the year. So why am I doing this? Well, two big reasons. Firstly, just discipline. I have this strategy that I've been using, but sticking to it with real money is very, very tough. So knowing that I have to sort of explain my trades, I think it's going to keep me honest. It's going to keep me away from chasing prices. It's going to keep me away from FOMOing into buys. I think it's going to help me just stick to my plan and strategy because I kind of have to explain what I did. And I think that that's going to help me stay disciplined. Knowing that I have to share the trades I did, I think it's going to help me stick to my plan and not make bad trades. That's what I'm hoping. Secondly, for a teaching kind of aspect, I'm hoping that if people watch this, they might be able to learn something. They might get inspired to also share their trades, which might help them stay more disciplined with their strategy. And hopefully people can get something out of this content. Now, full disclosure, where are my trades coming from? So not every trade idea is going to 100% be my original idea. I'm just a beginner. I'm learning as well. So I'm going to lean on the analysis from traders like the great Matsby and some other online contributors to help shape some of my setups. At the end of the day, this is my money. I get full credit for the wins, but I also will take responsibility for the losses. And I do plan to always break down my reasoning, but I'm not coming out with all of these ideas all by myself. So I just wanted to fully disclose that. So now we'll just briefly talk about my strategy rules. And I go into more details about this in some of the posts on our Skool group, but there's really 5 core main rules here. And these are just sort of simplified right here. But the first one is just sticking to the strategy. So I think what I've noticed in my journey so far is that one of the hardest parts of any strategy is just sticking with it, especially when real money is on the line. If you look at like the top 10 mistakes that beginner traders make, a lot of it is emotional. And when real money comes into play, we do silly things. So sticking to the strategy, I think is going to be a very hard thing to do. I'm hoping that disclosing all my trades will help me stick to the strategy. Secondly, never chase price. So for this strategy, I am required to only buy at support. Never chase price, let price come to me. And it's going to help me not overtrade. So I have to understand that there are many opportunities out there. If I miss one, no big deal. I need to avoid the fear of missing out. Third, I will need to limit my position size, so I can only allocate a maximum of 10% of the portfolio position to one given stock. And generally, I want my entry positions to be 1 to 3%, especially when things are volatile and I don't have a lot of conviction in a support zone. So if I had a balance of something like $50,000, let's say for example purposes, then my buys would be $500 to $1,500. I would not be able to allocate more than $5,000 to one particular stock. So that's sort of what I'm going with. And I'm not going to do any trimming. So if a stock does well, I'm not going to cut that back down to 10%. Buy at support, sell at resistance. That's the main theme of this strategy. What I want to do is avoid buying in any ranges. So it's very difficult to do. You need to really wait for clear support and resistance. So sometimes when things jump and something's up 3-4%, if 5% and it's green, you got a green candle, you really want to, jump in and ride that trend. Well, if you've missed that, then buying in a different range with this strategy, the volatility can work against us. So I really need to avoid that and only buy at support. Then lastly, I need to stay uncomfortable. Being prepared to buy when prices are low can feel very difficult. People want to buy on green days. They want to buy the all-time high. But for this strategy, you need to buy when things are down. You need to buy at support levels. And sometimes that does not feel good at all. But that's the strategy. That's the conviction that these support levels will eventually hold and we're going to rise up out of this market. So what to expect moving forward for sharing? Well, for every trade, I do hope to have some sort of explanation in the Skool group. I'm going to have either, a screenshot and a written explanation, or I might be able to do some short videos explaining my reasoning behind the trade. I really want to do that because that is going to help me stay disciplined and help me learn as well. And hopefully people can gain some knowledge from me sharing those things. We've got their starting point. We've got money in our brokerage. We're ready to roll. The timeline, we're kicking off April 7th, 2025. I'm going to wrap up this challenge at the end of the year, December 31st, 2025. And on that day, I'm going to check what my fund is worth after trading it and compare it to what it would have been if I had just held Tesla stock bought at April 7th at the open. The pace here, so again, this isn't day trading. I'm going to hold my trades for days or weeks or even months, or maybe not sell anything if I buy low. So patience is a big part of this strategy. It's more about accumulating shares and building long-term wealth creation rather than, trading in and out every single day. And then updates, again, I hope to update every trade that I make in the Skool group, and then I'll do some portfolio check-ins, probably monthly. Those would be sufficient. So these expectations, they're subject to change. I might be delayed in updating certain things. I have quite a busy schedule. And depending on what goes on with the market too, I'm happy to potentially just hold cash if things are, too crazy, too volatile. So I'm going to be conservative. I want to do this challenge, but certainly if I feel for whatever reason I should just hold cash, then I certainly will do that as well. So join the ride. You can come and be part of the challenge or just kind of follow along. You can join our Skool group and find all the updates as well. And then maybe you can, start your own challenge, be accountable to the group, share what you're learning. It's a good place if you aren't a member yet. If you're a pure beginner watching this, then also feel free to download my 6-month blueprint. You can find a link to that below as well. And that is a free resource and it helps you get on the right path to starting your journey of trading. So thanks so much for listening to this video. You can find more information below. And again, can I grow this account better than just buying Tesla stock on April 7th and holding it to December 31st? Again, I think Tesla's going to do great. I don't think I'm going to win there, but it's going to be interesting. And I'm enjoying I'm going to enjoy sharing this in our group. So thanks so much for watching, and we will talk to you in the next one.